Ladies and gentlemen, so now you remember your teacher, right? We did 14 plus 21. Old Miss Betty said, hey, that's the easiest way to do this, right? Or actually, I'm sorry. It was 14 plus 21. And she said, oh, little kitty, why don't you write it vertically? And then you could do that, right? And that's how you learn how to add. It was easier to do it sometimes vertically when you're learning your addition, so you can just keep everything simple, right, and in line. Well, then you guys started learning about subtraction, all right? And one thing to kind of help you guys with subtraction when we get a little bit later on, especially once you start dealing with negative numbers, is if I said 5 minus 4, all right, we learned we could rewrite that as 5 plus a negative 4. Right? Once you start learning about negative numbers, we realize that the subtraction of 4 is the same thing as the addition of the negative 4, right? So I prefer, and I'd like you guys to do it this way. We could also subtract them vertically. Just how we did adding, you guys could subtract. All right? There's not a problem. However, what I would prefer to do is add the negative of that number, of that huge polynomial. So,
that doesn't make a difference. It's like,
right, it doesn't make a difference, but watch. But watch. So now this is what that problem is going to look like. 8x cubed plus 3x squared minus 6x plus 7, right? Now I'm going to add that. Well, how do you do the negative of 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus x plus 3? Remember the negative, you got to switch every single one of these signs. So now it becomes 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus 6x plus 7. You guys don't need to write all this. Now it's going to be minus 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus x minus 3. Sorry. Oh, that's minus. So do you guys see how that has changed now? Now, by adding the subtracting, or adding the negative, I've now made those all negative. Now, when I do my vertical, okay, I do 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus 6x plus 7. Now, when I add it, I'm adding a negative 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus x minus 3. So you're adding just the negative version of that. So 4x squared minus 2x squared is 4x cubed minus 2x cubed is 2x cubed. 3x squared plus 5x squared is going to be a positive 8x squared. Negative 6x minus 7 is a negative 7x plus 4. You guys feel good with that? You guys want to do some practice? Yeah. All right, I'm going to give you guys some practice on this.
I'll do one on the board.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, for real? What's yours?
That's your answer.